So you might be wondering why everyone is so up in arms about the illegal channel migrants who keep breaking into our country and then put up in hotels at our expense and given £400 a month to spend just for the fun of it. And the answer is, every single day for the past week or so, there has been an illegal alien charged with trying to or having successfully sexually assaulted a child. Some cases are way worse than others as well. And honestly, I'm just absolutely sick of it. The pattern is just too regular. It is like these people have come here for this purpose. So you may remember the one that sparked off the Epping protests. This was Hadush Kibatu, an asylum seeker from Ethiopia who was trying to kiss a girl in the middle of the town centre while she was just eating something or whatever. It happened 8 days after he arrived. So it took me 8 days to try to inappropriately kiss a child. And he is also denied three sexual offences. Harassment and inciting a girl to engage in sexual activity. So, I mean, criminal, obviously. Shouldn't be here. Needs to go back. But then you've got other ones, which are just, again, they're just terrible. So this is on the 19th of July. Channel migrant who sexually assaulted teenage girl with special needs in broad daylight. Jailed for only 14 months. Isn't that remarkable? 14 bloody months. Aaron Hadash from Eritrea was living at a taxpayer-funded Holiday Inn near Heathrow, and he attacked a 19-year-old in June last year, after she'd been sent by a mother to pick up fruit from a food bank. It's just... He'd illegally entered the UK around 3 years ago after crossing the channel and was caught 5 weeks later after the teenager spotted him out while shopping with his mother. Okay, great. Just great. He's already spent nearly a year in custody. The judge says he poses a high risk of serious harm to the public. Why is he in our country? He is the danger. He needs to be deported. Anyway, obviously this was as terrible as you might think. But it gets worse. On the 2nd of August, you've got 2 Afghan asylum seekers who have been charged over the alleged rape of a 12-year-old girl in a Warwickshire town. This was in Nuneaton, I think it was. And so Ahmad Mullakil, 23, and Mohammed Kabir, 23, been charged with aiding and abetting rape as well as strangulation and kidnap of a girl who is now receiving specialist care. Yeah, this was in Nuneaton. So the rape of a 12-year-old. And so these 2 men, adult men, saw a 12-year-old, kidnapped her, and then brutally raped her. And for some reason, they're still in this country. But also, I mean, for some reason, they're still breathing. And this was the case in which the local police were like, okay, we can't reveal that he is an asylum seeker, or both of them are asylum seekers, for fear of, quote, inflaming community tensions, which amounts to a cover-up, because that's what that is. When you are withholding information from the public, because you're like, God, they're going to be really angry that these illegal channel migrants who break into the country, so it's not like they've got exactly much respect for British law anyway, keep raping children. That people are going to be really pissed off about that, especially as they've got to pay for them to be here in the first place. And this is all being done under the auspices of human rights or something, as if that's got anything to do with any of this. I mean, I suppose the loss of human rights for the children is one thing, but no wonder, no kidding, people are going to be pissed off with this. And so the police are just like, yeah, we just need to make sure they don't know. It's like, sorry, you can't keep everything under wraps forever. They're hushing it up because they don't want an Epping situation on their hands. Yeah, I bet they are. But that's not acceptable, is it? It's not acceptable for you to be in defense of child rapists. Like, this is just the most evil thing I can imagine. Like, there's nothing more selfish and rapacious than this. These men broke into our country, have taken our money, and then are like, right, okay, now we're going to rape your children. It's like, sorry, do you hear yourselves? Like, these are the kinds of men that you're like, oh, well, you know, they're vulnerable, they're fleeing persecution. Maybe the persecution was just. What are their criminal backgrounds in their own country? You have no idea, because you do no checking on these people. You don't care what the things that these people have done are. Anyway, and so on the 4th of August, so 2 days ago, a migrant staying in a hotel tried to kidnap a 10-year-old girl. Oh, right. Edris Abdelrazig, 30, tried to abduct a girl in Stockport. while she was out with her father. He's a Sudanese national, paying for been staying in a 3-star £100 a night hotel. So we're paying for him to be here. We're giving him free money. You have to pay to stay in a hotel yourself. These people, you pay for them to stay in the hotels, and then they just get to be predatory on children in the local area. What must they think? What must they think that we are doing? It's right, so let's bring us in. They're going to give us money. Then they're going to give us access to, the soft underbelly of their country. In the case of Epping, the Migrant Hotel is in visual range of the school. They probably, I think they want us to go after their kids. And the thing is, do you think these people don't go after kids in their own country? I bet they do. I bet they go after kids in their own goddamn countries. So I bet their cultures are really not that fussed about the sanctity of children. And so they think that that's what we want. Because, we're giving them every indication that that's the case. Anyway, he was charged with attempted child abduction. People are obviously this is a problem, isn't it? And so a government spokesman said these are deeply concerning cases. Cases keeps happening. Again, I think I'm at the point now where I'm just going to assume that's why these people are here. Because it just keeps happening. It's hard to understand why they think they're here. Because, it's not like this guy's fleeing a war zone. Maybe in Sudan, actually. But the Eritrean, the Pakistani, the other ones, they're not fleeing war zones. And even then, I don't think this guy's fleeing a war zone. I think these people are adventurers who are oh, right, we can get access to money and women, or girls, if we just go to the West. And the women are whores, they're going to give us free money, and they're not going to complain about anything that we do. And if the people there complain, the government will stamp on their neck to make sure they can't get at us. Well, hell yeah, I'm going to go over and do what I want. I think that's what they think is happening. Anyway, then you've got another one, a Pakistani asylum seeker. What's that mean? What does that mean? There's no war in Pakistan. We've got millions of Pakistanis here, 3 million Pakistanis here, who just travel back and forth from Pakistan all the time. Who are in close contact with their relatives back in Pakistan, to the point where they're can we build an airport in Mirpur, say Birmingham MPs, the Gaza caucus? Yeah, we want the UK government to fund the building of an airport in Mirpur, which is of course the province of Pakistan, where most of them come from, and apparently filled with the worst people. And so it's what do you mean, a Pakistani asylum seeker? You're not an asylum seeker from Pakistan. Anyway, Cameron Khan, 43, raped a child twice between September 2024 and July 2025 for forcing her to watch a third person engage in sexual activity. I'm not going to read the rest because it's just horrific, frankly. It's just really bad. And I've got 2 daughters, so I just find this utterly vile. And if I was in charge, I can't say what would happen, but man, these things would be going very, very differently for these people. I forgot about this particular one. There's such a peculiar attitude with the authorities, and it's like they are in favor of this almost. So that Aaron Hadash from Eritrea, the judge said, sorry, I understand your conditions in prison are more challenging because English is not your first language. So what? So what? He sexually assaulted a mentally disabled girl. So what if the conditions are more challenging for him? I'm in favour of corporal punishment for this man. I'm in favour of a very harsh punishment for this man. And he explained that Hadash was intoxicated at the time of the offence. Oh, that's okay then. If you said, well, Your Honour, I was drunk, it wouldn't be, if you were drunk driving and you crashed, they wouldn't be well, you were drunk, so is it really your fault? And he said that he posed a high sexual reoffending, but he said the court had to proceed on the assumption that Hadash was a man of good character, given that there are no criminal records available from before he entered the UK. Yeah, that's the problem with allowing illegal migrants to just break in, totally unvetted, and give them access to civil life. They start raping people, and they're he doesn't have a history of this. You don't know this. You do not know anything about these men. And actually, I think we've got enough evidence at this point to assume they're not men of good character. And there's no reason we should give them the benefit of the doubt. Because it's hard to understand why they would be doing this if they were men of good character. Like, sorry, I don't think men of good character actually do sexually assault people when they're drunk. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think that's the case. And again, we haven't done any checks because we can't. Well, that's a great argument for detaining before deporting, as Rupert Lowe would put it. It's just mad. Anyway, this one from, today. So we've got, this was the one from yesterday. We've got Cameron Khan, and then we've got the one from today, which is Ahmed Mohammed Al-Mahi of Parklands and Crick, which is really where he's from, I swear, in Warwickshire, who had sexually assaulted a woman on Tuesday, and so he was remanded in court. And then you've got just this going around as well. Salman Ifitkar, 37, tells stewardess Angie Walsh she'll be gang raped and set on fire, and he said this in front of his own wife and children. Apparently this is just he's been arrested for this, but it's just crazy. I mean, like this guy, he only got 14 months. That's 14 months for sexually assaulting a woman in broad daylight. You know, I can't remember what this guy's going to get, but let's check actually. For threatening to gang rape and burn alive a woman. And all she was doing was complaining because he was being a total prick. Like reaching over the bar and like grabbing ice and doing things he shouldn't have been doing. And he starts screaming this abuse at her. He cried like a little fucking girl in the dock. He was jailed for 15 months. And apparently he's the director and founder of a recruitment firm called Staffing Match. And he was on the plane screaming, "Do you know who I am?" Blah, blah, blah. It's like, just Jesus Christ. Like, this guy is just like a tremendous piece of shit. And we seem to be just allowing so many tremendous pieces of shit into this country. I mean, at least with this guy, he's not a legal immigrant. At least with this guy, we weren't paying for him to be here. But like, seriously, what an absolute prick. But again, like, it's a real pattern of behaviour that we're seeing out of all of this. And I'm just at the point where I'm not inclined to give any of them the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry. I think that you are here for incredibly nefarious reasons. I support Rupert Lowe and his Restore Britain initiative on this. Detain them and just deport them. All of them.